Honourable Anthony Albanese, the Prime Minister of the Commonwealth of Australia, Honourable Voreqe and Bainimarama, the Prime Minister of the Republic of Fiji. I take this opportunity to welcome you to this launch for the Maritime Essential Service Centre project that will be underway in a few months. I also would like to acknowledge the presence of the Minister for International Development, Pat Conroy, the Australian High Commissioner to Fiji, Excellency John Fix, and also the Defence Advisor to Fiji. And also on the Fijian side, I would also like to acknowledge the presence of the Minister for Defence, National Security and Policing, Honourable Ines Serratu, the Minister for Lands and Mineral Resources, Honourable Chonu Sumate, and also the Minister for Trade and Tourism, Honourable Koya. And also would like to acknowledge the presence of the CEO of the Fiji Revenue and Customs Service of Fiji, Mr. Mark Dixon. Ladies and gentlemen, without further ado, I would like to call upon the Honourable Prime Minister of the Commonwealth of Australia to make a statement.
Well, thank you very much, and to the Prime Minister, to his ministerial colleagues and my Minister Conroy, important guests, members of the Fiji Defence Force, welcome here today. I'm very pleased to be here and to hear about Fiji's vision for the Maritime Essential Services Centre. And this is, of course, the next step in our Voreqe partnership, a very important step and a great example of the cooperation between Fiji and Australia that is resulting in benefits for both countries. I understand that the centre will house the Fiji Navy, the Suva Radio Coastal Station and Maritime Surveillance Centre, as well as the Hydrographic Office. The centre will of course contribute towards protecting local fishing industries. The economies of the Pacific depend so much, as well as the lifestyle of the Pacific, on our maritime sector, and protecting those local fishing industries is absolutely critical. I might also say that it will assist with Fiji's capacity to deal with natural disasters as well. So this is a very, very positive development. The project will build on the joint cooperation in areas that we've had before, such as Black Rock Camp and Stanley Brown Wharf. And I look forward to taking up the Prime Minister's invitation to visit those facilities on a future visit. This is important for our security partnership, but also through local industries that will benefit from the skills transfer and the employment that will be created through this project. Employment meaning not just jobs while the construction is occurring of the services centre, but jobs on an ongoing basis due to the skills that will be developed here in Fiji. I look forward to the Fijian and Australian Defence Force personnel working together on construction as we have in regional co-deployments in so many other parts of the Pacific. This relationship is absolutely critical. It is one of families, and families help out each other at times of need and distress, but also to lift each other up at other times as well. And I have just, in the previous meeting I had with the Prime Minister, I congratulated him, and through him the people of Fiji, on being able to host this Pacific Island Forum at a time where, as we recover from COVID-19, we need to look at ways in which we build back stronger. This sort of investment is just exactly what is needed at this time. Something that creates economic stimulus and activity in the short term, but leaves a lasting legacy. And it will be a moment of great pride when the project is completed, a moment of great pride for Fiji, but also a moment of great pride for my country of Australia for having made such a positive contribution. Thanks very much.
Ladies and gentlemen, we'll call upon the Honorable Josiah Voreqe Bainimarama, the Prime Minister of the Republic of Fiji.
The Prime Minister of Australia, Honourable Anthony Albanese, Cabinet Ministers, Commander of the Republic of Fiji Military Forces and senior officers of the RFMF and Fiji Navy, senior government officials, members of the media corps, ladies and gentlemen, Bula Vinaka, and a very good evening to you all. Prime Minister, I've worked on the water since I was a boy, and as a former naval officer and commander, I'm very glad to be here to launch the construction of Fiji's new Maritime Essential Services Center with you. Prime Minister, let me also welcome you to Fiji. Earlier this year in March, I was pleased to officially open the BlackRock Peacekeeping and Humanitarian Assistance and Disaster Response Camp, another major project aimed at strengthening Fiji's defense and security that was only made possible through the support of Australia. This Maritime Essential Services Center is set to become a crucial pulse point from which we will be able to better monitor Fiji's waters, secure our blue economy from internal and external threats, and undertake the expansion of our maritime protected areas in our journey towards achieving 100% ocean sustainability, just to name a few. The center will, of course, house the Republic of Fiji's Naval Headquarters, the Fiji Hydrographic Office, the Fiji Joint Rescue Coordination Center, the Fiji Maritime Fusion Center, and the 3DP Super Coastal Radio. As a large ocean state, our ocean is the beating heart of our way of life, our livelihoods, and our society. And I'm proud to be here at the launch of the construction of a historic project that will help us better protect the beautiful life-sustaining blue highways of our homeland. As I've said from the UN Ocean Conference, Fiji is investing heavily in our blue economy, in which we intend to create 100,000 new jobs by 2050, more than a tenth of our current population. We recognize fully that an ocean economy depends on a secure ocean above all else. Centralizing and updating our maritime operations will mean more efficient surveillance of the 1.3 million square kilometers of EEZ overseen by Fiji's naval and maritime forces, thereby, of course, helping us combat illegal, unreported and unregulated fishing, and allowing us to progress our blue food-related economic development. We are a sovereign country. All other governments must respect our territorial waters, and we look to every available means of support to help us implement the world-leading protection we intend to enforce in our patch of the Pacific. No exploitation, no degradation, no more treating the ocean like a dumping ground or a punching bag. Improved surveillance also translates into more efficient search and rescue operations, improved coastal radio transmissions, more thorough hydrographic survey services, and greater maritime security, not least of which is the fulfillment of our obligations under various international laws and conventions and regional arrangements. The creation of the Maritime Center is estimated to be completed in 2024, and I understand will inject around $56.2 million into the economy, creating more than 445 jobs across the nation. Good blue jobs that are purpose-built for the future every Fijian wants for ourselves and our children and grandchildren. So, on behalf of the people of Fiji, I would like to express our sincere gratitude to our Australian Vuvale for your ongoing support, your efforts towards helping Fiji advance securely and sustainably, and your invaluable friendship. We are honored to have you here at the launch of construction and hope to give you a tour of the center in 2024. With those few words, I now officially launch the commencement of the Maritime Essential Services Center. And I would just like to let you know, Mr. Prime Minister, the Ministry of Defense and Commander of the Military Forces has asked that this center be named after me. Thank you, sir.
Very good.
We'll now, excuse me, we'll now ask the two Prime Ministers to move to the model and to unveil the model.